Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. From the pristine grounds of TPC Sawgrass, our opening round coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. I'm Andrew Catalan alongside Rich Beam and Luke Elvey, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy following the action on the course. Rich, there's a lot of money on the line this week. It's the Players' Championship at TPC Sawgrass. Take me through this course.
Yeah, and none of the players will actually admit that they're going to be a little nervous about that money, but I promise they are. It's just a different golf course. There's no shot that really fits your eye. You have a tee box pointing one direction, a landing area that's a different direction, and a green that sits even more cattywampus than that. It's a golf course you have to have a lot of imagination at and not be afraid to hit the big bender and pull off some of the funkier shots, because you're going to be presented with them quite a few times around here. It's a goofy golf course that linear golfers such as PGA Tour players don't necessarily like. John, give us an update. What's shaking?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Brooke Henderson as she gets set for her next shot here on the 7th hole.
5 under at the moment. Good job to limit the damage. This shot from about 190 yards. That's a really nice approach shot.
That would be back-to-back birdies for this player.
7 feet from here.
Looking for another birdie here.
He did a great job to limit the damage.
After driving it in the bunker off the tee, that's a formidable score right there.
And after that hole, our featured player is still atop the leaderboard. I like the looks of this. Let's go down to John on the course for an update.
Hey guys, we are checking in with Tiger Woods as he gets set for his next shot here on the 6th.
Rich, when Tiger is playing like this, how intimidating is it for the rest of the field?
Well, I hope it's as intimidating as it was when I was out there trying to beat him, because these kids are now getting a taste of what it's like when Tiger is at his best. It's no fun. You don't want to play him when he's at his best.
Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 third.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
Big par saver coming up for this fella. And he's down there. You got a read?
Oh, this is going hard left.
Nicely holed. And for par. Leading by 6 strokes after that one. Plenty of trouble around this golf course. The 14th, the par 4, represents a number of that.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back 9. And it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems.
Putting for a par here. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
Well, looks like he's got about 25 feet to the cup.
The start of this one out on a pretty good line. Tracking. Oh, what a great roll. Time to catch up with the Canadian, Brooke Henderson.
This was her second.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
One of the more simple tee shots on the golf course, par 4, 470 yards. Just a little fade required off the tee to the fairway. The green sits up above the fairway a little bit, surrounded by a couple of bunkers, but I gotta say, I like this hole. It's straightforward, it's simple, before you head into the final 3.
And back to the course with the live action. And this shot from about 150 yards out. Well, that's a handy shot. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. And that will take him to 7 under. Okay, holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole.
We've hit the par 5 16th hole.
Fun-filled adventure waits. Find the fairway, and let's see how brave you are. Do you want to take on the second shot and try and knock it on the green? Of course you do, but watch out. Lots of water awaiting a wayward second.
Oh boy, didn't see that one coming. I bet you there's a lot of balls in that water. All right, Henny, what does this look like?
Setting up here from about 150 yards.
This is a 9-iron on the way. Needs this putt to save par. Our featured player likes the way the leaderboard is shaking out, currently in first place. Let's go over to 17, the par 3.
When you play here in a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
That one hurts. That one really hurts.
Roars going up around the golf course.
Right now it's 7 under par. That's why the fans come out here to 17 to see a shot like that. Okay, that's a bogey and the lead diminishes.
He's got his 5th shot coming up.
Let's take a quick moment to look at the updated leaderboard. Okay, a quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 5-shot advantage for our leader. Time for the tee shot at 18.
Par 4, 462 yards, and you're going to find out what kind of player you are when you tee off here. How brave are you? How much do you trust your swing? If you find the fairway, that's a great start, but the second shot awaits.
That is a massive drive. Let's see what the featured player can do from about 160 out. Going with 8-iron here. That was just a few inches away from perfection. 7 feet left. So close to a birdie. And that's how the round comes to an end with a par at the finishing hole. Here's a look at the leaderboard at the end of round 1, and he finds himself in first place.
Who doesn't like to be the leader? It's always good. Remember the first round? You'd rather have it the last round, though. But I got to say, good start.
So that will do it for today. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll see you next time. It's time to prepare for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, brought to you by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. Welcome back to second round action of the Players' Championship. Hi again, everyone. Andrew Catalan here. Glad to have you back with us. And Rich, as we get set for this second round, our featured player is at the top of the leaderboard.
It's always good to be leading after the first day, but listen, you got a lot of golf left to go. Let's not get too excited yet. Let's appreciate yesterday, but we need to move on.
Let's go out to the first hole. Ooh, that doesn't look good.
This one might end up in the pine straw.
This shot out of the pine straw.
Yes, difficult lie. Made a par here yesterday. A little bit more difficult today.
That's a disappointing shot. Hey, Henny, what can you tell us about the lie?
Lucked out here, Andrew. It's in the second cut, but I'm seeing most of the ball, and he can get lots of club on this.
Henny, your green side. What do you see in this putt?
You know, to my eye, it's looking a little left to right.
That looked good all the way. And now this putt for bogey. Okay, the putt goes in. Time for the next hole.
Not a great start right there, but plenty of holes left in the round.
This is big trouble.
Always got to give it a bit extra out the rough.
Time now for the third. Eight feet to the cup. He makes that one for birdie, and that's just what the doctor ordered after a bogey on the previous hole.
Setting the tone early in this round.
And a good job there as he moves to 6 under par. Let's see if 8-iron was the right club. That's a missed green. Okay, green side, a chance to get up and down. That's a really nice play. This has to drop to save par. And after that hole, our featured player is in first place. And we're on the tee of the par 4 fourth hole.
Par 4, 384 yards from the back. A long snake-like bunker down the right-hand side to a cool little green with all sorts of movement on it. A very fun hole to play indeed.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
What an unbelievable shot that was, right next to the pin. No change atop the leaderboard after that hole.
This hole's a tough two-shotter, a long par 4.
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad, but a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat, runs from back left to front right, but one of the more benign greens on this layout.
A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
This for a birdie run.
Look at him just surging ahead at the top of the leaderboard.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Currently 8 under overall. The 6th is a par 4.
Par 4, 393 yards from the back. Most players taking out a long iron or hybrid just for placement in the fairway. This green is surrounded by tall palm trees. Don't get caught out by one.
John, do you have any info down there?
Hey guys, we are checking in here with Brooke Henderson as she gets set for her next shot here on the set.
Oh, that is a touch of class from the sand. Well, Canada does have a bright star in Brooke Henderson. She's a consistent contender almost every week, it seems. Of course, she's won some majors. She's won a national title. She wins regularly on the Pga Tour. There's a lot to like about Brooke Henderson.
Well, how could you not like the fact that she swings it like perfectly? I mean, it's just phenomenal how good her swing is. I mean, it's just, you would just dream of being able to be that good. And she falls out of bed every single day and is that good.
Looks perfect.
I know, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. But, you know, she's just got an all-around game, and she's, you know, she's got the personality to match where, you know, she's going to win plenty more tournaments in her career, and she's going to do it by just devastating you. And
well, she's Canadian. She probably apologizes for beating you.
No, she doesn't. I promise you. She does not apologize for beating you. She's like, if she does, she says it sarcastically. Oh, so sorry. You know, better luck next time. Because she, you know, she's that fiery. She's a heck of a competitor. You know, I mean, I just enjoy watching her compete day in and day out. It's a lot of fun being around her and seeing what she's capable of.
Lining up the birdie putt here. unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. Now 8 shots in front.
We have a par 3 here.
Par 3, 237 yards in length, a brute to say the least. It is a tough hole surrounded by bunkers. If you can make 3 here, you're a happy person.
Down to Henny.
This is about 24 feet for him here.
How did that not go in? 6 feet remain. This is what happened back on hole number 2.
Fantastic touch on this one.
Okay, it was important to see that shot. Let's take a look at the updated leaderboard. Our featured player still sits atop the leaderboard. We've hit the 9th. It's a par 5. I like that one. What a great shot on the par 5, on and 2.
Absolutely love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
All right, let's get right back out to the action. This one will have to travel pretty far to get to the bottom of the cup. Henny, how tough will this putt be?
I've got an old double breaker here. It's going to go left to begin with and then right.
This putt on a good line. That was close.
He's done a nice job there.
Tap in birdies. What a beautiful sight. Our featured player continues to lead the way, up by 9. Halfway through, and they are in first place entering the weekend.
It's been absolutely flawless so far. I cannot wait to see what this player produces tomorrow.
That will do it for us today. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan. Have a great night. .2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's a big day, moving day at the Players' Championship. Hi again, everyone. Andrew Catalan here. Pleased to have you with us today. Well, you look around the grounds today, I think we're set up for a real exciting day. It's all coming your way on 2K Sports. Time to catch up with the play on the 10th. That's the type of swing you want to take with you every time out. Let's go down to Henny.
Yeah, I think he's got around 135.
That's a great position to be in after that approach. He's got this putt for birdie. The putt goes in, and that cushion is getting wider. No change atop the leaderboard. Our featured player still out in front. teeing off here on the 11th.
Par 5, 558 yards long. Avoid the fairway bunkers on the left-hand side, and you might have a hope of going for it in 2. However, you better be brave and you better know what you're doing, because this green will call you out on the second shots if you're not careful.
A lot to like about that one. Not a green in regulation. That's a tough one.
Not too sure what happened there. That's a very uncharacteristic mistake.
3 feet remain.
Trying to save par here.
And after that hole, still in front on the leaderboard. Here's a look at the 12th hole. It's a par 4.
Par 4 12th, a new design in the last couple of years. Water all the way down the left-hand side, but it's a drivable par 4. Most players will bail out to the right, but the brave ones will take on the green with their tee shots. 2s and 3s are easy to come by, but so are 5s and 6s if you get it out of position.
And still no putter in the hand.
Needed to take a little less club on that approach.
There it is. The chip goes in.
Beautifully played chip for birdie. Yeah, Seve would be envious of this one. What a chip in.
Our featured player continues to look good out there, currently in first place. We've hit hole number 13. It's a par 3.
So many different levels to this green. On the par 3, playing 181 yards from the back. You can get it close. You can even make a hole in 1, but watch out if you hit in the wrong spot on the green. It'll be difficult to 2-putt from there.
Oh, almost had it. Okay, this putt for par, trying to get out of here without any damage. After that hole, he still has the top spot on the leaderboard.
This hole is a par 4.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back 9, and it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems.
So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to 2-putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt.
Currently sitting at an impressive 20 under par here. On the tee now, the 16th, and it's a par 5.
Ideally, players want to take their tee shots from right to left. Start off that fairway bunker and move it left back in the fairway. Anything down the left-hand side can get caught up into those trees and really cause players issues with their layup. You find the fairway, now you have a massive decision to make. Go for it or bail out to the left, thinking that's the safe play. It really is not. You have to be brave and try and find this green with your second shot. If not, it could come up and bite you.
This putt right on 10 feet. A good one to make. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Don't be fooled. It starts straight, but there's definite movement to the right at the end.
Sitting at an incredible 21 under for the event.
The tee shot at 17.
Par 3 17th, 137 yards, island green. I've actually seen a caddy throw it onto this green, but with a golf club in your hand, can you hit the green?
It's just so disappointing ending up in the water. This one will be out of the light rough.
Not as easy and straightforward as yesterday's par, so work to be done.
Time now for the 4th shot. Man, that was a good shot. Ouch, that's a double bogey for our leader. No change atop the leaderboard after that hole. We finish on 18 with a par 4.
It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there hit it out to the right-hand side of the green, somehow also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a difficult, demanding finishing hole, probably one of the toughest in championship golf.
That's it for today. He's really going to be happy with this round, finishing the day on top of the leaderboard.
Oh, so many good things out there happening. I cannot wait to see what this final round brings.
It's been a great day. We thank you for joining us. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll see you soon. Pga Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Welcome back to our coverage of the Players' Championship. The final round starts right now. I'm Andrew Catalan, glad to have you back with us. Rich, the final round is underway, and our featured player is in the final pairing today.
Just a monumental lead going in this final round. I mean, it's got to be debilitating to the other golfers around him. This player, he's so far past everybody right now. They've got to be scratching their heads going, how do we beat this guy?
That's going to work nicely for him. Let's see how aggressive it becomes out of the sand. Needs this to drop to save par. Henny, how tricky is this one?
Yeah, it's going to bank to the left-hand side, this one.
That one goes to the bottom of the cup. Taking a look at the leaderboard, he's got the lead. To the 11th, and it's a par 5.
Par 5, 558 yards long. Avoid the fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and you might have a hope of going forward in 2. However, you better be brave and you better know what you're doing, because this green will call you out on the second shots if you're not careful.
Let's see what happens out of this bunker. Never a bad play to get back in the fairway. And Rich, this is a similar spot to yesterday.
Let's not think about what happened here yesterday with this next shot. It wasn't very good.
Okay, that's going to play. Still some work to do here. This is looking good early. This has got a chance. Yes, it goes. And after that hole, our featured player is still atop the leaderboard. Teeing off here on the 12th.
Par 4 12th, a new design in the last couple of years. Water all the way down the left-hand side, but it's a drivable par 4. Most players will bail out to the right, but the brave ones will take on the green with their tee shots. 2s and 3s are easy to come by, but so are 5s and 6s if you get it out of position.
This one headed for the green. Those are the shots you practice at the range over and over, and boy, does it pay off here. All right, chirp, chirp. Let's see if we can put a birdie on the scorecard. Pacing is such an important part of putting. It was off right there. Well, after an approach shot like that, Rich, that feels like a wasted opportunity. Our featured player likes the way the leaderboard is shaking out, currently in first place. Time for a par 3. It's the 13th.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
On the tee now, the par 4 14th hole.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back 9, and it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems.
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going.
And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round.
Oh, that is bombed. This is his second shot.
Going with the 7. Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament,
And that's Exhibit A.
It's amazing to see how good this player is in full flow. Surely it's going to.
Yeah, nice mid-range birdie putt, that one.
Whew, that is some pretty good breathing room. Out in front by a bunch.
And that'll ensure he remains in first place. Teeing off here on the 16th hole.
Fun-filled adventure waits. Find the fairway, and let's see how brave you are. Do you want to take on the second shot and try and knock it on the green? Of course you do, but watch out. Lots of water awaiting a wayward second.
And just getting into the shot now from a very similar location to yesterday.
Yes, and let's hope it's not as similar results as yesterday.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
This is such a great opportunity for birdie.
And that's 8 birdies today. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard.
We've reached the 17th. It's a par 3.
When you play here in a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
Things are still looking good for our featured player in first place on the leaderboard. Okay, teeing off on the final hole of the event with the lead. Let's see if he can close it out. This one appears to be fairway bound. Here's the second at 18.
Oh, he's going to love this one.
Here's a putt to become the Players' Champion. Oh, that birdie would have been a big boost to the card. All right, it's time to end. The king of TPC Sawgrass, our featured player, wins the Players' Championship.
And outlasting the strongest field on the PGA Tour. Great win.
And Rich, my dad would call that a rocking chair win. There was no doubt about it.
Your dad is a very smart man. That just sit in that chair and just let that chair do the work for you, baby. Love it.
Well, that'll do it for today, folks. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and the entire crew, I'm Andrew Catalan saying so long, and thanks for watching 2K Sports.